satisfaction. Just cry my tears, get free, good feels, you can't be mad at me. I love rock and roll. Put another time in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Come on, take time and dance with me. If you like the thing, you should have put a ring on it.
And my mic was muted, so I will repeat. For all of you that complain about Beyonce going country, someone did it years before. So what's up, folks? White Heat, episode 111. GK Durant's off tonight. Brian's still doing his thing, but it's all right because I got someone else who was under my nose the whole time. Another someone who been working with in the business for, want to say at least a decade, probably about 12, 13 years, maybe more. One of my closest friends, the Alan Shore to my Denny Crane. I introduce you all to the great Jew, Joanna Robinson.
Ooh, Jew. What up, Denny? Let's do it, Denny. I'm ready.
Oh, good Lord. What a week.
What a week indeed. Holy fuck.
And Mania hasn't even happened yet.
Dude, SmackDown isn't even started yet. So
Right.
craziness.
This is done before Hall of Fame because I ain't missing that shit.
Oh,
Paul Heyman's
hell
going in
no.
tonight. Shit.
Oh, fuck no. Dude, Ultimate Jew. Starting it off. Here we go.
Like, yeah, this is
The
a
Jew that
I will make sure it's uploaded. Y'all watch the Hall of Fame and then watch this or listen to it in the morning before Stand and Deliver. That's completely fine. Yeah.
Yo, Paul Heyman's getting inducted. That's the Ultimate Jew level right there.
Yeah,
that's the Jew level I aspire to be in wrestling.
The one thing that I think is going to hit the hardest that I don't think people realize is the U.S. Express getting inducted.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit. No, that is
it's like a lot of people. I'm amazed how many people didn't put two and two together. That Wyndham and Rotunda. That's Bray Wyatt's actual name.
Yeah,
that's why Trips did that.
Yo,
yeah.
Speaking of Wyndham Rotunda, have you? I know that I had posted that I had watched it, but I don't know if you had watched it.
Not yet. I'm waiting till after Mania weekend to absorb that.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay, so I would say this: I cried during the opening. Bo looks exactly like Wyndham, and that hurt. I mean, it's always good to see Bo. Like, always been a big fan.
Yeah.
But, like, to really see him was like, and then spoiler. It's not really a spoiler, but they do talk about the day that he passed.
Yeah.
And the part that really, really hit me was they showed, again, if you haven't watched it, I'm trying not to spoil anything. I mean, we all basically know, but the scene that I actually turned to my boyfriend and went, I need a minute, was they showed Trips, because it was a SmackDown that they announced it. They showed Trips being like, we lost Bray, and just the place going like dead silent. And that's when he was like, it's real, hold your loved ones. Like, this is a huge loss. And I was like, we have to pause this for a second because I don't know.
Right.
And then obviously the ending, the big ending tribute was crying.
Yeah.
And then stay tuned. Because
the spot at the end.
Yep,
I know about that.
And I was like, oh shit, yes.
Yeah, because they're giving Bo a job, and they're gonna let him do the Wyatt 6 thing just whenever he's ready to.
Yeah, good. They should.
So,
I mean, just to see them talk about how happy they were being able to wrestle together was like, I don't have any tissues, man.
Yeah.
But I definitely recommend it if you haven't seen it yet. I so highly recommend it. And yes, if you're gonna wait for after Mania like JJ, that's cool too. But
yeah, I'm waiting until after Mania to watch that and the A&E biography on Roman. I'm waiting on both of those.
I don't know if I really want to watch it because I don't know, 2 hours. You're gonna have 2 hours to Roman.
Yeah. There's plenty there. I mean, technically it's not 2 hours. Technically it's an hour and a half in commercials. So,
Oh, okay. I thought it was so. Okay.
Yeah.
So when I was at Wrestle Classic
Yeah.
in Mass, by the way, it was an amazing turnout. Thank you to anybody that's watching that showed up there. Everybody was
didn't
great.
tell me Eric Bischoff was gonna be there.
Sorry.
It's
Sorry.
okay.
Did I sorry. But this is why I'm on your show, because like I feel like I reached maximum like wrestling level. Because if you guys didn't see it, I got a kiss from Eric Bischoff. That's just like boom. I win all the things. But I was with the British Bulldog's daughter. I was helping her and her stuff, and she had all of her dad's stuff on the table. She had his cape with the British Bulldog, and like it was so surreal. People coming up with like the figures of him in the outfits that are literally right there. But anyway, she was like, "Yeah, like don't forget to watch the British Bulldog. He's, the documentary on
Yeah.
him, even though it's an hour. They gave Roman 2." And I was like, "Wait, huh?"
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean,
But
yeah.
it's Roman.
Yeah.
It's Roman.
Roman's the biggest draw of our age, and he's out surpassed Hogan. Like, there's one thing. So I was watching a stream yesterday. I was watching a stream of this guy that just like reviews like analog horror and stuff. And someone he turned on super chat, and someone asked who he thinks he's going to win at WrestleMania. And he said, I do not follow wrestling whatsoever. He was like, I don't know anything about wrestling. He goes, but he's like, off the top of my head, I'm going to tell you Roman Reigns wins. I'm like, when someone who doesn't watch wrestling knows the name, they've hit that peak.
Ouch. Yeah, that's true. And like I said, like I get it. Roman is like literally the big dog right now. But also I was like, no, like the British Bulldog.
Well,
and
they
I could have
also
been biased at the moment because I was like holding his fucking gear.
Yeah.
But
They
also
they also still have the WWE documentary, the Peacock documentary for Bulldog that they recorded and put in the can that they still haven't put out. Because it was held back. So they may still be putting it out. I think like there was probably something with A&E where they wanted to put out the biography first, and then they could put that out.
Oh, that's right. Okay, no, that's fair. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch the Roman one though, just because.
I will. I love Roman. I've been a Roman supporter since day one. So
yeah, and like I said, nothing against Roman. I'm just like, I was there, not there, but like I watched it.
Yeah.
From NXT to now. Yeah, good.
I remember back when he had to play his stupid Samoan Leaki.
Oh my God, that shit was hilarious. That shit was hilarious. Doggy! Hi, Bubba. My dogs are outside the door crying because I'm not there.
Aww.
And, well, Ranger's probably out there. Rogue is probably chasing the new kitten around.
Yeah.
Nothing malicious. She's like, there's a new little thing here that I can play with. But she doesn't understand that, like, here's the kitten.
So, yeah.
And, like, here's her. Here's her. She's Soldier Boy. She's this big and the kitten is this big. So she's like, I'm gonna play with you, and the kitten's like, giant monster, no. But I have noticed that when we're watching Raw and SmackDown, she watches with me. She'll like purposefully sit on me and watch, and I'm like, this is a good match. This is a good match.
Yeah. But
also,
go ahead.
I'm forgive this. So my office is has like it's like a bunk bed connected to like a
you got the desk underneath the gimmick. Yeah.
And then it's like the ginormous pop collection and the puppet.
That's fine. Listen,
it's the office. It's the office that I've been working on for like 2 years, and it just never like. The minute I'm like, I think I got it, something else pops up.
Listen, like the first 4 or 5 episodes we did, I had the computer set up in the workshop downstairs, so it was all just like darkness behind me, so it's completely fine.
I remember helping you move.
Yeah. We've got a frozen Jew. Mayday. We've been hit. We're going in. Mayday. You are so frozen. Oh, boy. I'm going to have to do this. I apologize, folks. Shit like this happens. I'm going to have to DM DM the Jew. Jew. Yep, there she goes. It's all right. She's going to come right back in. Certain, see, this is why I hardwire my computer, so that way I never have to deal with such issues. But I mean, not everyone has that. She's on a wireless tablet. It happens. It's all right. We do what we do. I just hate because this is when it would happen to me, I would be like, Brian Kibbitz, I'm going to get more coffee. Now I just got to, I can't go get more coffee because I can't leave y'all alone. But hey, because I went through my coffee mighty fast. So, But yeah, as soon as she gets back in, we're gonna before we jump right into the festivities of WrestleMania itself, we're gonna cover a couple of things that are going on in Philly currently. Some fuckery that's been going on. Any of you that follow me on Twitter know what's going on. So yeah. In the meantime, there she is. Ha ha.
Sorry.
It's
My
okay. It
internet
happens.
I know, but it's pissing me off because my internet has either it goes through these days where it's really, really good, and then just one day where it fucking sucks. And I was really hoping that tomorrow would be the day that it fucking sucks when I have to be running around doing errands before WrestleMania.
No. That's why I got fiber optic. I never had that issue.
we were gonna get Frontier, and they were knocking on the door and stuff, and we were like, yeah, we're really interested, and then they never came back.
Frontier fiber sucks. You got check to see because they've been spanning out all around Connecticut, check to see if you can get Go Net speed in your area. They're the fiber that I use. They're super cheap. And this is not paid advertisement. This is just legit. So that's what I use. And I hardwire my computer in. Yeah. Go Net speed. Right. Yep. You basically you put in your address on the site and it says whether there's service in your area or if it's coming or whatnot.
Sweet.
Yeah. Well, but anyways,
let's get to let's get to it just in case my internet decides.
It's all right. That link is good in case it happens. Like I say, just do the same thing and I Kibbitz in between. Right. Yep. So anyway, before we actually get into Mania itself, there's a few activities going on in Philly that I wanted to cover that are newsworthy.
I saw one of them. I hope you're going to cover it.
I probably will, but we have to start off with this nonsense. So some of you may recall back in September, Tony Khan in an interview said he has no plans to release talent in the way WWE does, even if I get punched in the face. So that was a lie. Cue Maury Povich.
You are not the father.
Yeah, so they released 10 people who were mostly under ROH contracts. They released Slim J, Parker Boudreaux, Jose the Assistant, the Tate brothers, who are also known as the Boys for Dalton Castle. Couple others that I'm not remembering. But here's the long and the short of it that a lot of people don't realize. Most of them were under a Ring of Honor contract. Now, Ring of Honor contract isn't an AEW contract. It's a per diem contract. It's basically it's almost like the old WWF contracts before the Monday Night Wars, but without the downside guarantee. The way those contracts used to work was you were put under contract for, say, a year with a downside of X amount of dates. And so those are the amount of dates you were committed to. If you weren't used on all those dates come the end of the year, you were still paid for the downside. ROH contracts are literally just, you're under contract to me so that you can't go to WWE or TNA and you get $500 per appearance. So you're a step above hustling indie bookings. This is why Slim J came out and said, I'm heartbroken because I had to quit my day job. I had to keep my day job the whole time I was working. Another one of the people that got released, who I believe was under AEW contract, so it was guaranteed money, was Jura Joel, who we know he trained up here at Top Rope. He was Robo the Punjabi Lion. Now Jura is a smart motherfucker, because it was about a year ago, maybe two, an article came out where he took his AEW check and he bought some restaurant in Mass, like in like the Revere Woburn area, some like really popular like mom and pop type of diner, I think, and that's been there for like 50 years. Apparently the owners were retiring. He bought it, has his family running it, got his nest egg, he's got money, so he's okay because he's got a business to fall back on. And granted, I hope he gets a tryout somewhere, because that kid is talented as hell. And he wasn't used in AEW. He was part of Matt Hardy's stable. When they first came out, it was Matt Hardy, him, Private Party, and then he was gone. He hasn't been on TV since 2021. Like, that's 3 years of doing nothing. But one of the funny things was that I wanted to bring up was during the Ring of Honor media call for Supercard of Honor, which is happening tonight, even though Tony Khan said after he bought Ring of Honor that he would not run Ring of Honor shows on Mania weekends, and lied. So when he was asked specifically about the boys being cut, given they are in a key ROH storyline with Dalton Castle, Khan said the cuts are all different situations. He said both Brandon and Brent Tate didn't show to work on multiple occasions, and he had to make a tough call. When you're on a per diem fucking basis, no, you're not no showing. And the thing was, I don't recall the boys taking any indie dates, because Dalton's under that same shit. Dalton needs to get the hell out of there. But because the thing is, they like the only quote unquote storyline going on in Ring of Honor right now is between Dalton and Johnny TV, John Morrison, Johnny Impact, everything, for custody of the boys. That's the whole crux of their shit. And now the boys are gone. And apparently the remedy on that was, so they did some sort of stupid pre-tape this week where John Morrison fed them to a bear off camera. And I say, bruh, to the point of driving me to drink. Bruh. So, not too long after that media call was published, Brent from the boys went on next Twitter and said, "Far from true. Stay tuned." And his brother did the same. So once again, Tony Khan getting caught in a lie. Now you see, he doesn't learn. Tony Khan has been sheltered his whole life, and he's been given everything. He's never had to want. He's never had to been told no. And the thing was, and I called it when they hired Kobe Ursha, Koba Urshi, the new COO, and his name is Koba something. Cobra Kai. But when he was hired, because he used to do some like venue booking and stuff for WWE for house shows, and he Kosha Irby.
Nice.
Kosha from Rancagua.
It's kosher.
Rancagua, he had to get a kosher.
Get that man some Jewish cereal. It's kosher.
The little Star of David cereal comes out of Pastor.
They were so amazing.
I love that shit.
It's still, I refuse to throw it out. In my little,
I love going to Price Chopper right after Passover, because all the coaching stuff's on clearance and it's like the best stuff. Anyways, Kosha. So, and I said the moment that he hired him, I'm like, he's going to do layoffs and he's going to let it all fall on the new COO. And sure enough, he came in, he's like, oh, we're going to do these roster cuts. He cut 10 guys, 7 or 8 of which run per diem deals. So it's like, you didn't save any money. Because one of the other ones was Anthony Henry, half of the Workhorsemen, who is out on injury because he got injured at an indie show. And when they asked about him, he said, oh, well, Anthony's welcome back as soon as he's not injured, which means you said you fired him, but now you're saying you're going to hold him to this per diem contract just so he can't go have a tryout once he's not injured.
I want to drink now.
The same thing that people bitched about WWE doing to Luke Harper back in the day, how they extended his contract because of his injury. Tony Khan just did the same thing, and they ain't saying shit.
Oh.
But you see, that's Tony Khan has bigger issues to worry about, because you see, as I went over on the last episode with, there's a plethora of shows happening all over the greater Philadelphia area all week. They started on Monday, and there's shows running all week and shows running multiple times a day. I was talking to Logan Black because he worked WrestleJohn at the brewery on Wednesday, and that brewery had like 3 or 4 more shows scheduled for the rest of the week. And because he was there the next day, and he was like, wow, this show today didn't draw. I'm like, because they did all the advertising for this one and none for these. So they only drew like 25 people to the next one. And he's like, that sucks because this is a good match. I'm like, there is so much wrestling to be had that, people want to go to all different places. I've been watching some of this stuff. Monster Factory did a show. They live streamed it on YouTube. It was great. Ooh. But yeah, so at the 2300, where like most of the bigger shows are happening, Stardom was doing a show last night. Now, yeah. So the thing was, Stardom's CEO Rossi Ogawa was fired a few months ago. Apparently, word was he was fired because Tony Khan was throwing a fit because Rossi wouldn't play ball with him, because Tony wanted to do co-branded stuff with Stardom, but it was going to be the same deal that he does everywhere else, where they come in and job to all the AEW people. And so Rossi wasn't having any of it. So Rossi ended up getting fired. And then Tony Khan went on Twitter and bragged to high hell about it, like gloating. And that's the stupidest thing you can do, because what happened? Stardom has a show last night, and Toni Storm was booked to do a run-in on it. Mariah May was booked in a match because she came from Stardom. Toni Storm did a face-off, and all the AEW people were like, oh my God, they're going to work with Stardom, blah, blah, blah. But see, the funny thing was, earlier in the day, Rossi Ogawa and former Stardom and New Japan Strong Women's Champion Julia were at the Mania conferences taking pictures under the WrestleMania banner. But you say, oh, well, that's okay because Rossi Ogawa's not there anymore. Okada is the new, not wrestler Okada, but different Okada is the CEO of Stardom now. So Tony deals with him. But you see, then this happened.
Oh yeah. I fucking died.
Natty
I was like, oh shit.
The Stardom show last night.
Natty. Fuck yeah.
And Natty was all over the place yesterday. She was at Stardom. She was at the Bloodsport show.
Well done, Natty. Well done.
So yeah. So while Toni Storm just stood there and held up her belt, Natty had a match.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah.
Say what you will, but I love Natalya.
Oh God, I've always loved her.
I remember when you said, dude, I remember, so I've been feeling always sidetracking, but I just remember when you were like, they posted a video of Natty's boobs. You just like were so excited. Yeah. I think her VJ's there too. You're like sending me the link. Just like anytime I find anything with Finn Balor, I'm like, look at this. That was how you were with Natalya.
Yep. Natalya and Isla Dawn. That's the way it is.
Listen.
Isla Dawn in that Scarlet Witch outfit a couple weeks ago. Yowza. Yeah. But anyways, but that wasn't that wasn't the end of it, because you see, as a lot of people have noticed over the past year and a half, 2 years, a lot of AEW talents have been working GCW shows, Game Changer Wrestling with Brett Lauderdale. And there was even a time where I thought that Tony Khan was helping like fund some GCW shows, giving Brett Lauderdale some money along with the talent. That may have soured as well, because before Stardom happened, earlier in the day was the Josh Barnett's Bloodsport show, which is the wrestling / mixed MMA show that he hosts under the GCW banner. That was the one that Shayna Baszler was booked on to work Masha Slamovich. Charlie Dempsey, she froze and she exited. It's okay. I will wait. I will let her back in. I will drink. La, 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 la. Where was it? I'm going to mess with some of this background music. Interlude. Hey, this ain't bad. I never actually went through these. But at least it's something. There she is.
Hey, sorry. I'm so sorry,
Okay.
friends.
It's all right. It's all right.
If it happens, just keep talking, and I'll catch
That's
up.
what I do. That's what I do.
Just keep talking, and I'll catch up.
But yeah, so Shayna worked Masha Slamovich on that show. Charlie Dempsey also worked a match on that show, which wasn't advertised. But the funny thing was, there were certain WWE talents who were there in attendance, just hanging out. Besides Shayna, Natty was there. Braun Strowman was there.
Yeah.
Punk was there, which I could give a fuck about.
Yeah.
But here's the here's the kicker. Here's the biggest kicker in the nuts for Tony Khan. That's Brett Lauderdale with Nick Khan.
Oh God.
That's called a nail in the coffin right there. Yeah.
Oh, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, sir.
So things are not looking good for Tony Khan. By the way, Dynamite did 750,000 this week in the Nielsen's, which is down again. This week I was just like, because I usually watch in preparation for the show to review it, but I was like, something, I'm dedicating this show more to WrestleMania, so I'm not going to watch it. And I just threw it to the DVR. I haven't even watched the DVR. And then when I saw the ratings and saw the breakdowns, I was like, wow, I'm glad I didn't. Because
the big old nope.
Because Tony Khan had to throw a tantrum because CM Punk talked about how Tony Khan's not a proper businessman on the Ariel Helwani show, which is true. Everyone already knew that. I've been saying it for 2 years on this show. And I've explained in detail. Eric Bischoff has explained in detail on Strictly Business and his new show, Wise Choices. But his response was to open the show by having Adam Copeland come out and do a rah-rah speech for the company and talk about there's a reason Will Ospreay came here and there's a reason Mercedes Moné came here, blah, blah, and I need the crowd to chant AEW. And that's like the worst thing in the world. And plus Edge was doing it at the DCU Center in Worcester, which holds 14,000 people, and they drew 3,000. The pictures, I didn't have the heart to grab the pictures because they were that bad. But it's
probably for the best.
Yeah, the DCU Center, it's like when WWE goes there for house shows, they're packed. I remember us going up to Flyer, the DCU Center, for our shows. Like, even though we're in Connecticut, we're like, fuck it, there's a house show, we're flyering. And it was always packed. So that, and you saw the ratings drop. Like, obviously they have the lead in from Big Bang Theory. And then you saw from the first quarter hour to the second quarter hour, they dropped over 200,000 people. Over 200,000 people said nope and turned it off. So the last thing I want to say about Tony Khan is something that was brought to my attention earlier this morning that was shared in a group that I'm in. And then I went and shared. And apparently the guy who took the original picture is pissed at me now because he says it was taken out of context, but it was other people that were around filled in the other info. See, what happened was today it wasn't even this morning, it was like noon. So around noontime, while the Pat McAfee show is going on at the convention center in Philly and everything's getting set up for Mania, and mind you, Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor is tonight at 7 p.m. So it's show day. Where are we usually at noontime on show day? We're usually on our way to the venue if we're not already there.
Right.
Like we got to get this shit done. But where was Tony Khan? Well, Tony Khan was at the Philadelphia airport. And this picture was snapped that I shared that now I'm going viral on Twitter for.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Letting people know what hotel he's staying at. Starving for attention. Yeah. Yeah, the guy in the picture that took the selfie, like freaking added me, and he was like, "You took this out of context." I'm like, dude, it's the people that were around you that heard Tony Khan telling everyone what, like, all the fucking info, and that's why it was filled in like that.
Yeah. So tell us it's wrong.
And how that's actually one of 3 pictures, because Tony Khan realized after he took the first one that he was pointing at the WrestleMania logo, that he said, "Can we please take another selfie where I'm not pointing at it?" So both y'all are fucking jackasses. I don't care. Y'all mad because JJ getting engagements on Twitter. Fuck off.
I remember you were like about to go on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, this will be good."
Yep. Yeah, and I got retweeted by the fall of AEW, by the AEW disciplinary committee, by Marvin the Movie Monster. Like, they all like, yep, they on the shit. That's my next step. I want to try to get a panelist spot on freaking Tooneytown Wrestling on one of their live podcasts, because that shit's funny. But anyways, so yeah, that's enough of these bastards. Let's move on. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. So I really don't want to do a recap of Raw or NXT, just because they were filler. There wasn't a lot that happened that needed to be addressed, but I mean, I know that they sold out Raw again, so they've had 11 verified sellouts and televised sellouts in a row. So I'm sure SmackDown will sell out tonight, so it'll be 12. And she froze again. That's okay. We're gonna go to let's try this music. Let's try acoustic cinematic. It's spooky. This is actually good though, because it gives me a chance to look at the other stuff that I had, because I forgot. There's that. That's a good thing. I'm sure she'll be back. Ooh, I got more interactions on X too. Twitter, X. Credit to me. That's right. That's kind of freaky here. Let's go with let's do a little jamming. Yeah. A little spacey. Yeah. I'm gonna cut a Pitbull song. I'm just gonna start shouting area codes. 860-718-203-619. Yeah. Arriba. I'm Pitbull.
Is like, I think Tony Khan is the reason that I keep getting kicked out.
I was just remixing a Pitbull song here. Yeah. So anyways,
Tony Khan we're gonna blame Tony Khan all night. Just all day. Every time we kick out, be like, "God damn Tony Khan."
Yep.
Come on!
But yeah, so they're on the record to do 12 sellouts in a row tonight. Raw's probably going to sell out, so we're looking at 13 televised sellouts in a row.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Not to mention, it's the night after WrestleMania. It's the Raw after WrestleMania. Like,
right. And Tripp said something today where he basically said, like, after WrestleMania, it's the total reboot of the company.
Yeah.
Like,
I've always kind of been.
Right. But I mean, like, I've always said that, like, WWE is in an odd spot where, because they run every week year round, and even though like they say the season premiere is sometime in like September, October, because that's when the contract renews. I've always looked at it as WrestleMania is the season finale and the Raw after Mania is the season premiere.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, with no break in between. And it's like, that's what it is. But Trips today was basically like everything that people have been liking. It's only going to ramp up to 11 come Monday.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Like it's time. Like Trips did some stuff today. Oh, I did want to mention this. That's right. There was one thing here that I wanted to mention. Let's see here. I'm trying to open it up in a separate window. There we go. I'm going to share the screen, but it's not you, the other one.
Not you.
There we go. There's a full screen. Okay. All right. I'm still new to using this option, but this was a clip from the Pat McAfee show earlier today as it aired, and it got shared onto Twitter. So I'm gonna 100% share screen. Here we go. Marshall Judge. Okay, yep, here we go. This was quite funny.
Game, it's a different world. If they're not here to be all in on this, like when I see people that come out of, trying to make it, and then they pick the job where they go, well, they work less, the schedule's lighter. All right, then I'm glad I didn't get you. Okay. Because if you're not in it for the grind, at that point early in your career, you have no business being here.
Okay, so when I
suck it, Will Ospreay. Yeah.
Boy,
fuck around, find out.
You're gonna learn today.
Yeah, there was one other clip that from the Pat McAfee show that's going around that I'd just like to share too. That
the maniacal giggle, it's a good one.
Yeah, it's while Pat McAfee was interviewing Rhea Ripley.
Ooh, hell yeah!
Talking about how Dom wouldn't be over without her, which I wholly agree with, because Dom Mysterio, if you put him on his own, is going to flop. I don't care what he's got great heel heat. No, he has the associated heat. He has the heel heat of being against his father, with his father being the biggest baby face in the company, and just the association of Judgment Day. You put Dom on his own, he's going to flop. But yeah,
I feel bad because I think that Dom is he's so talented. He grew up in the business. He knows what he's doing.
I don't see
But
it.
no, I agree that I just don't see him by himself, man.
I see David Flair. That's all I see.
I don't see him by himself.
But yeah, this was the clip from Pat McAfee. That
Yes. How does Rhea get hotter every time?
I know.
What the fuck?
he'd probably be at that other place.
Yeah.
In front of like 600 people.
Yeah.
Like, why can't we do, why, you're the only, why don't we?
Dom?
Yeah, why don't we?
Dom's the GOAT.
No, what?
Whoa, mommy.
People say Rey Mysterio's the GOAT. Hell nah. Dominic Mysterio, the other one.
Okay.
The better one.
He looks like a goat.
Cole.
Yeah, Cole.
That was a good one, Cole.
Thank you.
That was a good one, Cole. Anyways, Rhea, thank you for taking time.
He beat the other place in front of 600 people. And of course, of course, all the basement goblins jumped all over that. Is like, but Pat McAfee didn't say where it was. He could have meant TNA. TNA only does, only sets up for 1,000 or 1,200 people. He could have meant MLW. It doesn't specifically mean he was. Hey, whatever.
But let the goblins go at it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so the first thing that happens on Mania weekend is actually NXT Stand and Deliver.
Oh yes.
So I've got the graphic here. I'll pull up quick and then we'll go through the matches. Because I'm usually like the biggest proponent of Stand and Deliver. In the past 2 years, I've just been kind of met on it. But
I feel bad because I was so into NXT and then all of a sudden, I don't know. I just was like, eh.
Sean can't fucking book. Like I've said it numerous times. Shawn Michaels is amazing in-ring talent, great promo.
Oh, God,
Great,
absolutely.
as far as in-ring psychology goes, great. As far as a booker, no, he can't book. It's not every wrestler can just become a booker. It's happened time and time again.
Yes, we know.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that's like
We know.
right. That there's tales of when they tried to make Jake a booker, Jake Roberts a booker back in old
Oh, that's
WWF, and
right.
it just didn't work out. And Jake, greatest promo on the planet, possibly, but can't be a booker. It's some people don't have that component, and that's completely fine. But it's when they don't have the component and keep pushing, thinking they do, that it just makes the product more and more awful, in my opinion. Because let's see, so the big selling point. So we got the tag team titles of the Wolf Dogs, Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin against Nathan Frazer and Axiom. And the thing is, supposedly Braun Breaker's on SmackDown now, so he's still got the NXT tag belts. So what are you going to do about this?
My wife.
Yeah, wife's going to get Chinese.
Sorry.
That's all right. It's so
What'd you say?
she was just like, wait. Yeah, she so here's the thing. So they really want to push Braun Breaker, even though I don't think he's ready and I can't stand him. But you got him going against these two lightweight guys who do a lot of flipping and flying. They do it well, but Nathan Frazer still needs to slow down. You're gonna have are you gonna make Braun and Corbin do the job and lose the belts, or are you gonna keep Braun? Or are you gonna keep them down there and have them lose the belts in a couple of months and then bring them up to SmackDown, or make them work both? Like I don't know. Like unless they're gonna hot shot Corbin gets pinned in this, they lose the belts, and then Braun turns on him. Some shit. And then they have their blow off and Braun goes to SmackDown and Corbin goes to Raw or something. But I can't stand Braun Breaker. He was shoved down our throats too quickly. He's sloppy. I hate this whole thing of he's clocked running the ropes at 23 miles an hour. No, he's not. That's the sprint. That's a sprinting
impossible.
Speed. No, it's not impossible. That's Usain Bolt's sprinting speed. So no, a guy that stocky does not run the same speed as Usain fucking Bolt. It doesn't happen. But hey, what do I know? People I love listening to Jim Cornette, but he's such a proponent of it. He's like, this kid's gonna be the next Roman Reigns. No, he's not. He's gonna be the next Mojo Rawley.
Oh damn.
That's it. That's it.
Damn.
Mojo motherfucking Rawley.
Mojo. God damn.
Yep. But yeah. Then we've got this women's six women that got thrown together who I can't even tell who they are because I would have to look it up. And that's the thing is I followed NXT with a fine tooth comb, and the women's division there is everyone looks interchangeable now. And it's hard to tell who's who apart for the most part. So there's a women's 6-man match, and I have no input on it because I can't even tell who's who in it. That's the one it's in that bottom left corner. I have no clue who these people are. I think Saul Ruka's in there, and I think JC Jane is in. That's Thea Hale. So it's Thea Hale against against Priscilla, Queen of the Trash Bags. But they made it a 6
I get that joke.
Yeah.
Priscilla, Queen of the Deserts.
Yeah. But
lavender.
Right. Thea Hale, Sean almost completely ruined her character with that tease of a heel turn and turning her into a goth chick. That didn't work. And then the whole thing with her getting nervous about dating the Australian kid. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe he set up cute. I'm like, you're Thea Hale. You get followed by people everywhere. You can't be like, oh my God, a boy thinks I'm cute. Shut up. That's the dumbest shit ever.
Oh my God, a boy likes me.
Shoosh.
Oh my God.
That's like when
it's a girl thing.
Let's
be honest.
Still,
thing.
but still, give me a fucking break. Like,
like how many times have I dressed up for shows and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, boys like me. What?
I'm like, put the boobs away, Jew. And you're like, huh?
Nope, they're out. Listen, I have no control. I have no controls of the boobs, all right? That's not a me thing. That's a them thing.
I just
The rest of
remember
me I got control over.
it was like, I think it was like one of the NEFW like Halloween shows. You were dressed like a flapper or something. You were just like boom, 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 like they wouldn't stay together.
So what? What show was that?
It was an NEFW show. That's all I remember. And like you had like it was like a strapless top, and you had to keep like.
What was I dressed as?
I don't know.
I don't
think
know.
you were just dressed up for it, but yeah, you really.
I wasn't even a Halloween show. You were just
It might have been
dressed up and you're
Halloween. I don't remember because I just those groups of shows kind of blended together for a bit.
I know, right? I'm trying to remember because all I remember was
It was blue. It was a blue freaking
blue.
strapless top. I think it had like some like fringe or something along the top. That's why I thought it was like a flapper or something, or not like fringe, but like a what do they call it, mohair, or I forget. Yeah. And I thought you were wearing like a little like hat with it.
Some of those dresses I've worn so many times. Oh, was it the one where it was like a circus?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Was I wearing a dress for that? Because I remember the big jacket, the big like.
She froze. We talk about it and she freezes. I'm gonna feed the ducks. Yeah, I'm a freestyle. Let me see if I can pull something up on the side here. Music's a little too loud. Let me fade it a little bit. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah. Trying to see if I had anything else saved under the video files of some stuff going on. I'm just checking my Twitter notifications because it's still blowing up because of that freaking tweet. Reload, Jew. But yeah, I'll put this back on the screen while we're going over it right now. And the music ended. So yeah. The 6 woman with Thea Hale, not quite sure on. The other women's match, there she is. She's back. It's okay. There we go.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you switch to your phone or something? Because now you're like,
I can't. Hang on. I can't hear you yet. I don't know why this is being pushed. Why?
I think she froze already. The toils and tribbles of modern technology.
Meh.
Oh,
I can't hear you.
there you are. Can you hear me now?
I don't know. I hate life. Can't hear you.
Are your earbuds plugged into the... Oh, there she goes again. All right, we're going back. So, anyways, so I'm just going to keep it. So the other women's match that we have on is for the NXT Women's Championship, and that's Lyra Valkyria defending against Roxanne Perez. This is a hard decision because I think it's too soon for Lyra to drop the title. I think she's doing good things. However, Roxanne Perez has gotten screwed over so much by Shawn Michaels booking over the past 14 months that I feel like she needs the win. But I'm also not a fan of her being a heel under these circumstances. There's a major problem with the way she got there. And it's like, because it's the same old, like, oh, she snapped because reasons. Like, they never really gave anything solid. It was like, oh, some people said some mean things about her, so she snapped. It literally feels like Shawn was like, all right, so now you're going to be on your period all the time. That's what it feels like as far as Shawn's booking went for that. Maybe I shouldn't feed the ducks. Maybe I should switch to something else. Let's go to night driving. Yeah. There we go. Now I'm cutting a Weekend track, which is good because Weekend is actually doing the theme for WrestleMania. As I found out earlier today, I didn't even realize. It's the Weekend, which is funny because it's being done on the weekend. Yeah. This is giving me high school in the 90s vibes. I mean, this is the positive. Even though it freezes, this is the positive where I could actually like dick around with the music that I've got.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you. I could hear you before. You couldn't hear me.
I couldn't hear shit. I could see you like nod your head like, yes, I hear you.
Nah.
I couldn't hear shit. I don't know what was going on. Fucking Tony Khan got into my iPad. So we're gonna try this on my phone.
And I was
gonna try this on my phone.
I figured you were on your phone because now all of a sudden we got black bars. I'm like, you're not a widescreen anymore. We're in 4:3. Analog. It
God
works.
damn it.
That's all that matters.
I know, right? Like at this point, whatever's gonna.
Yeah. For future episodes, I'm gonna have to help you like work around to make sure your laptop works for the shit.
It's so funny because friends, we actually did a test run.
Yeah.
On my iPad, and it was fine.
Yep. It's okay. This works. We'll do what we do. It's fine.
Fuck yeah. It is fine. We got this, Denny.
Yep. That's right, Alan. Flamingos.
Oh, man. Life. Flamingos for life.
Yeah.
Flamingos.
By
the way, I saw part of your birthday gift at Target, your favorite store, the other day, and I was like, next paycheck.
Part of my birthday gift was at Target? How does that happen?
For those that don't know, JJ absolutely despises Target.
Yes.
I, on the other hand, fucking love it.
Which is why we could never be married.
This is why we could never be together. Because I'd be like, I gotta go to Target. And he'd be like, hell spawn! We're breaking up.
It's just wrong.
But I saw a little part of your birthday present, and I always wanted them, but I was like, no, I need to buy food. I will get this next paycheck. Because you know I'm always gonna be at Target. All right, what'd I miss? Let's do this.
So I went to the women's title match and started talking about that.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure how to go on that because I like Lyra Valkyria and I don't think it's time for her to drop the belt. But Roxanne has gotten fucked over so much in the booking over the past 14 months that I feel like she needs the win.
Yeah. That's always the hard part.
She's the person that like I feel has been the worst victim of Shawn's booking. It's like Shawn does not know what the fuck to do with her. It's like he put the title on her because he had to because they had to get rid of Mandy Rose. But then he was just like, I don't want to push her like this. It's like he's got some vendetta against Booker because Booker trained her.
Oh, Booker. Oh, Booker.
I splurged on Amazon.
Oh, yeah?
And I bought a case of the old school clove gum.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
Shit's so good.
Fuck you.
But yeah, so like I love Roxanne. I don't know about how I'm not sure about this heel turn, like, because it's just like you're just gonna be bitchy for reasons. That's all it feels like.
For reasons.
Like it feels like
Not even good
indie
reasons.
booking. Right. It feels like indie booking.
Oh
So
my
yeah.
God.
Then we got Shawn Spears versus Joe Gacy, which I have a major problem with this match because the second Shawn Spears showed up, all they did was give him Joe Gacy's gimmick. Like the gimmick Joe Gacy had when he had the fucking stable with the masks and all that shit. They just took that gimmick, gave it to fucking Shawn Spears, and told Joe Gacy to start acting like Mr. Mixie Spitler. Because that's all Joe Gacy's been doing for the past like couple months. Is just popping up. He's either Mixie Spitlick or Great Gazoo. He's just like, hello, dum-dum, I'm going to fuck with you. And that's it.
Hello.
And so then they've just like, oh, they cross paths because Joe Gacy stole the chair from him when he had a match against Dijak. And then afterwards, he's like on the roof and he's like, here's your chair back, Shawn, and throws it off and it lands in the parking lot. And they're like, okay, you two are having a match now. I'm like, why?
Nothing because of the chair. Think of the chair.
That's indie booking.
Think of the chair. Always think of the chair. I want a shirt that says that. Always think of the chair.
And
I'm just gonna show up to wrestling shows. Always think of the chairs.
And I hate Shawn Spears. Like he made no freaking impact the last time he was there as Ty Dillinger. That was an indie gimmick that didn't translate well once he got to SmackDown. And then like he went to AEW because Cody got him a job there, and now he's back in WWE because Cody got him a job there. Like blah.
I see a pattern.
Fuck Cody Rhodes.
I'm seeing the pattern. I just can't put my finger on it. Something about, I don't know. It must be a nightmare, whatever it is.
Yeah. So then we got North American title, triple threat. We got two New England boys, Josh Briggs and Dijak, and we got Lil Omos with the belt. Like,
you leave Dijak alone. He's such a great guy.
I love Dijak. I fucking love Dijak, and I love Josh. And Josh had to go through a lot of shit again this week because of fucking cancel pigs on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
because
absolutely.
People trying to bring up shit that he was accused of 4 fucking years ago that he was cleared of back then. Because of that, because all that happened was that stupid shit that Ronda Rousey pulled trying to get Drew Gulak canceled. And then Drew Gulak came out and said, no, this is the truth. But in between, people were like, oh, let's search for, Drew Gulak's brother was a sex pest. And at the same time Drew Gulak's brother got outed, this shit was being said about fucking Josh Briggs. But the thing was, that's as far as the research went for them, was they found some old doctored screenshots and started sharing them all over Twitter. There were 2 fucking accounts that did it, and I called them both out. And they tried to get Josh Briggs canceled. Like, Josh Briggs is a pedophile. He was flirting with a 12-year-old. No, he wasn't. The DMs were doctored. The girl was fucking 25 years old, and she tried to pull the same shit with Briggs and Austin Theory 4 years ago. She tried to get them both canceled.
Guys, I've seen real texts of grown men flirting with girls. I've seen it in real life. It's gross.
And the thing is, Briggs hasn't had social media since then. So they're like, oh, these are his DMs from Instagram. He hasn't had an Instagram since 2020. But anyways, so we got this match. And I've said it before. I think Obafemi has a future. I just don't think it's now. I think they pushed him way too fucking fast. And because they want to prove that this NIL program has merit. And they took a guy who they admitted only had 3 matches, not televised, just 3 fucking matches, and put the fucking North American title on him. And then now every match they're like, can you believe this guy's only had 6 matches? Stop saying it. If you hold your secondary belt, stop saying he's only had a handful of matches. Like, and they repeated on commentary. And then the shit they pulled, this is the one thing they did on NXT on Tuesday, I think was the dumbest shit ever and really pisses me off. They had him in a match with Joe Gacy. They had him toss Joe Gacy, and Joe Gacy lands on his fucking shoulder. They make Joe Gacy act like he landed on his head, and then they have the ref throw up the fucking X. Gacy is obviously having a match tomorrow, so he's okay. Never throw up the X for fucking kayfabe. That's the worst. And this is the second time they fucking done that in the past couple of months, because they did it with Ridge Holland and Ilya Dragunov.
God.
Like, Sean needs to learn. There's certain cardinal rules you don't fucking do. And with the time we live in, with serious injuries happening and histories of CTE and neck injuries, if you're going to have people throw up the X in kayfabe, it's going to, when it actually happens, people aren't going to fucking believe it anymore.
Yeah. No, don't ever do that. Make another sign, man. Make another sign.
You could just have the ref be like, okay, call it off. I'm calling a no decision.
Yeah.
Don't
That's
throw
literally all you call it.
Right.
Because you see them go like this.
Everyone panics.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. For people that know what that is, that's a huge panic.
Right.
That's the alarms go off. Like,
Right.
oh shit, this just became real.
Right. So yeah. So you got the three of them, and it's obviously so Briggs and Dijak can carry this kid to a good match. And honestly, I think Briggs and Dijak both belong on the main roster at this point. So like, who's going to take the pin in this? Because they're not going to let this beast get pinned yet, which is stupid. The North American title used to be the highlight of the fucking show, and now like we got to carry this greenhorn. And plus, like, I remember I was talking about it with GK. Like, Dijak and Briggs know each other well. They practically trained together, you know. And when they had that Iron Survivor match back in December in fucking Bridgeport, like there was an amount of time where it was just them in the ring with each other, and like I was like, okay, this is gonna be great, and they were like screwing up and like missing spots, and I was like, guys, you're better than this. You know each other. Like, what the hell's happening?
Yeah, no.
So I mean, I don't think that'll happen a second time, but at the same time, like, Dijak and Briggs deserve better at this point. So then we got the title match, which makes no sense, of Ilya defending against Tony fucking D'Angelo, who I hate Tony D'Angelo. I hate the gimmick. It's stupid. It is outdated. The vignettes with it are outdated. And I'm sorry, why is the Mafia guy a babyface? The Mafia guy throws the champ in his trunk, leaves him on a bridge, but he's the babyface. Huh?
Wait. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad I don't really watch NXT right now.
Like, literally, they did all these fucking things where, like, they would have like a sit down with Ilya at the restaurant because they got to do that stupid fucking, stereotype Guineas bullshit. Because, Sean doesn't know what actual Italians or the actual mafia is like. He just watched The Sopranos and was like, okay, we'll do this.
This is what we do.
But, like, literally, like, last week or the week before, like, they did this thing where they kidnap Ilya in the trunk of the car. They drive to this bridge and they have a talk just one-on-one. And then fucking Tony D'Angelo's like, have a nice walk back, and gets to the car and leaves. And Ilya is just standing there on the bridge. I'm like, there's 4 cameras. Obviously, they got here somehow.
Yeah, right? Like, obviously, he's going to catch a ride.
Right.
I love that shit. What it's like, just catch a ride from the cameraman. You think they're going to leave the cameraman out there and you alone?
Right. Like, there's literally one guy here, one guy here, one guy in a boat looking up from at the fucking bridge. Like,
that shit has always made me laugh. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Like,
for those that don't know, I've started watching around the Attitude Era. Okay. Like, that's shit they always did. And I would always be like, what about the cameramen?
Right.
Like, they got to bring the cameraman home. You think the cameraman just be like, sorry, dude, you can't. There's not enough room.
Right.
Go sit. You can't sit with us.
Right. Like, if you were to do that scene in a, episodic television show like The Sopranos, it works. In a wrestling environment, it doesn't work. It's just dumb. It's dumb. So, and apparently there's no plans to bring Dragunov up to the main roster anytime soon. So he's not dropping the belt to D'Angelo. And D'Angelo, like, I'm sorry, like whenever they bring him to the main roster, he's going to flop too. Cause the gimmick is just, it's not going to work. And I think Trips knows that. And that's why Trips not bringing him up. But then we get to what should be the main event and better be the fucking main event, even though, and that's Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes.
Hey,
Like another good New England boy who has already appeared on SmackDown several times, who needs to be on the main roster, but Sean keeps holding him back and has admitted to it. Sean needs to cut the cord and let Melo go, especially because they think Trick Williams is ready and he is not. He's got a good look. He's still kind of antsy in the ring, and he can cut a promo in front of the PC studio crowd. He can't cut a promo in front of a regular crowd. They proved that a couple of times. He needs, and that goes on NXT needing to get out of the studio there and actually like start filming in small venues around Florida so that there's different people, because that crowd, when you have a set crowd who is always there, they think they run the fucking show. And that's why you can't listen to that crowd, because number one, most of them are comprised of people that know the workers. Yeah. So of course it's like, this guy's supposed to be the most dastardly heel, but he's my best friend. I'm going to cheer for him. Shut up. I hate that shit.
I'm notorious for that.
That's why Mike Milano back in the day, he was like, you get one comp. It's like, if your family comes and you don't, they're paying. If they don't pay, it's coming out of your pay, because they're going to try to skew shit and mess up my fucking flow. Mm-hmm. That sometimes that happened. There were times where Mercedes Martinez didn't get a payday because she would have 8 family members show up. And Mike would be like, sorry, Jasmine, but this is the breaks. I gave you one comp.
That's why my family has only ever been to one wrestling show. Watch me.
So yeah. But yeah, Melo needs to get to the main roster, and then Trick needs to really get put through the ringer to see if he can actually hold his own on his own without fucking being attached to Melo, because Melo's got bigger and better things to do. Melo is one of the future stars of the company.
Absolutely. He was
always a good kid.
He was always a good kid. Working with him, oh God, he was always a good kid.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to miss his. I remember there were times where it was like him and Dijak. You did not want to miss their matches.
Right.
They were just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Right. And I mean, if you look at some of the talent on this card, you're looking at the very last remnants of the Brian Fury New England Pro Wrestling Academy era.
Yeah.
Melo, Dijak, and Briggs are the last of the crop. You're not going to get this ever again.
That's sad.
Yeah. So they need to go up. And then NXT needs a new booker. Sean is hemming and hawing to want to go work in Gorilla with Hunter. Let him go. Get someone else to book NXT. Get Matt Bloom to do it. Get Road Dogg to do it. Bring in some other people.
Get Road Dogg to do it.
I hear the Motor City Machine Guns are going to be looking for a job. Bring them in as coaches.
Yo, I'd go back to watching NXT if I knew Road Dogg was booking it.
Exactly.
Like,
Road Dogg would book it like fucking Memphis.
Fuck yeah. I feel like fuck yes.
You know?
Oh
for
my
fuck's sake,
God.
let Lawler book it. Jesus, he's not doing anything.
Can you imagine if Lawler booked it? Oh
I mean, Lawler booked USWA for years and did a great job. He created Rock. So.
God, I know. That's why I'm like, God. It would just be a row of little puppies. This is a joke. Puppies.
But yeah. So that's
NXT
my gosh. Deliver, and that's at noon. Right. But then we've got the big show.
Oh, I'm ready. I wrote night 1 and night 2. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Alrighty. So I know I've got a banner here. Where did you go? There we go. So yeah. This is most of the card. It doesn't have everything on it because obviously, stuff happened. So we'll start off. So go ahead with night 1. Start
All
off
right,
with your
so
list.
this probably isn't like the exact order.
Yeah.
This was just, but all right. So night 1, we got Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So this was kind of thrown together last minute.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
yeah,
just so they could do, and it was just so they could get Dom on the show and they could get heat for Dom because on his own, meh. But if you put him against Ray, there you go. What's your prediction on this?
I'm feeling Ray and Dragon Lee because they got it, Ray's back, and they have the new member of the LWO, Dragon Lee. Like, we have to do this. Like, we have to keep that going. Dom can't win.
Yeah,
Santos can't win.
Right. I'm pretty sure that Dragon Lee is like they're slowly but surely passing the torch to Dragon Lee from Ray, so Ray can actually retire.
That was my other thought too.
Yeah,
is they're trying to retire.
I think the deal with this is that Dom is going to get screwed over by Andrade, and Andrade is going to flip full baby face because he's been kind of like they don't know where he is, but they've been trying to get him to join Judgment Day, and he's going to screw over Dom.
I forgot about Andrade. Thank you.
Yep, and
he won't be part of the back.
Yeah, he won't be part of the LWO because he's on Raw, but that'll give Andrade something to do for the next few months. Is feud with who's left in the Judgment Day.
Yeah, that's a good point. And like I said, like I didn't even think of that, but I'm just so happy that Andrade is back. First of all, I just love saying his name. Second of all, he just was so wasted when they had him, and then he got better. Also, like, it's Charlotte Flair's hubby. Go Charlotte Flair's hubby. And he's just amazing. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
But my choice is gonna be Ray and Dragon Lee. I think they're gonna.
Okay, so we agree on that. All right.
Yeah. Unless my only concern though is if there's interference, is if the two rapies come in.
There's going to be a ton of interference, but I mean, a lot of people are predicting Carlito's going to turn on Ray, and because everyone's like, everyone turns on Ray. That's why I think Trips is going to flip the script and be like, this time no one's turning on Ray.
No one's flipping. Oh, that's good. All right. I'm down for that one. All right. One of the next matches was Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like Chad Gable's going to be in Sammy's corner. They're doing the Rocky story with this.
Nice.
Which is fine for Philly.
Yeah.
Supposedly there's still word that Sylvester Stallone may be filming a vignette for this for WrestleMania because it's Philly. It's up in the air. Yeah. That
would be hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. I would cry laughing. I'd be like, what the fuck is Rocky doing here? They got fucking Rocky. They got the other Rocky, sorry. So I don't know about this one. I in my heart, I want Sami Zayn because I love Sami Zayn. This might be a match where like I'm hoping that it's just gonna be so good that like even if Sami doesn't go over, I'm like, all right, well done, Gunther. But
I feel like But Gunther has just been so dominant
up there. Dominant.
Yeah. I have no doubt that when Gunther does drop the Intercontinental title, he's going to get hoisted right into the world title picture.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
I feel like if Sami does not win tomorrow, he's going to win it at Backlash in France.
Ooh, okay.
It's going to be one, like, I believe there's going to be a rematch nonetheless between them in France.
Oh, yeah.
if Sammy were to win it in Philly as the Rocky underdog story, or even if they do something like a double count out, if they really want to go the Rocky route and have it be a draw. But Sammy is one of those people where throughout everything with the bloodline and afterwards, like when Sammy faced Roman in Montreal last year, people had the belief that he could beat Roman.
Oh yeah.
And he still carries that. He had a strong showing at Mania and beyond that.
Absolutely.
So Sammy still has that feeling where he's believable as a contender that could do it. He almost beat the head champion last year. So there's a chance that he can beat the secondary champ and there would be no skin off Gunther. And Gunther,
not at all.
Sammy could squeak out a win, and Gunther could be like, "I don't need you," and he's like, "I'm going for better things," or it could go to the rematch in France, something. So I want to say Sammy wins tomorrow, but I'm not sure.
I know.
I have to abstain on that.
I'm agree. I absolutely agree. Like this is a match. This is one of the matches that I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a match that I'm just hoping is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Which it's Sammy and Gunther.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. But like whatever the outcome is, I just want the storytelling of the match to just be so good that no matter who wins, I'm like, well done.
Yeah.
Well done. In my heart, because I'm the same. I love Sammy. I believe in him. I want him to win. Good guy versus bad guy. Sami Zayn all the way. But I don't know. Gunther's.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. All right. So you're gonna know my answer to the next match.
Okay.
It's the six pack tag team ladder match. Awesome Truth.
Yeah.
Austin Theory and Grayson Waller.
Mm-hmm.
New Day, DIY. I didn't write the other team. Sorry. It's
Judgment Day and
no, I knew Judgment Day.
Yeah,
I knew Judgment Day. I was getting there. And Pete Dunne and
Cratch United. Yeah.
Thank you. That I knew. It's like I knew Pete Dunne, and I was like, that's not the
Pete Dunne
actual
and
name
Tyler
of the
Bate,
tag team.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was like, that's not
Pete
right.
Dunne,
And I was like, I'll write it down later, and then I just never did it. But we know who I want to win in this. Will they win? Probably not.
Nope.
But I'm always gonna root for Judgment Day. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
So,
I'm gonna root for my Cinnabon. And I'm gonna root for Cinnabon. However, I feel like if anybody's gonna take it, it might be Awesome Truth.
That's what a lot of people are saying because of how over Truth is.
Yeah.
And it's a possibility. I would like to think that if Awesome Truth doesn't win it, DIY is.
That was going to be my next comment. See, we're just like
right. And if Awesome Truth does win it, I think it's going to be a short reign, and they are going to eventually lose the belts to DIY.
Yeah, I definitely feel like DIY is like definitely
right. As far as people saying, "Oh, this is going to be the chance for them to split the tag belts again because they need to," no, they're not. No, they are not splitting the tag belts. What's going to happen is after this match, sometime during this week on either Raw or SmackDown, they are going to introduce the brand new unified tag team title belts. And there'll probably be that same metal in the middle, except gold instead of silver with a purple strap. And they will have
purple. I love that.
Yeah, because red and blue, and they will travel the brands because it's I hate the whole splitting up of things. Like it was better when shit was unified, and it has worked with it being unified. They're like, but there's so many tag teams. Yeah, but if you have only one champion, it gives you time to build your tag team undercard, to build viable contenders on both shows, so you have things to go back and forth.
That's true.
Like back in the day, I'm sorry, but old school, late 80s WWF, there was a shit ton of tag teams and only one set of belts, and they made it work.
Yeah.
You had a time where at the same time you had the Hart Foundation, Demolition, the Legion of Doom, the Nasty Boys, fucking the Rougeaus, even the British Bulldogs at the time. Like there were so many teams Like, and they made it work. So I don't think Trips is going to split up the belts. So everyone's like, this is a shit joke because they said both sets of belts have to come down, and they're not.
There's a small part of me that wants it to go back to like the Raw, to like the split brand of the belts.
Yeah.
Because this way you Raw has a reason to get better, SmackDown has a reason to get better. You're not burning these guys out by having to make the double shows, because that was something that I always was like, dude, they're already traveling so much and now they have to book 2 shows. Like,
right. But I mean, it's
a
like
burnout.
Right, but if you have unified tag, like look at Judgment Day, they've basically stuck on Raw. They've only done a couple appearances on SmackDown.
Yeah, exactly.
You can book that for a while like that, where they only stick on one show for a bit and just like, oh, well, contenders popped up over here. Well, we're showing up on SmackDown on this night, and then it gives a bump to the rating on that show.
Yeah, and that's and that was where I was getting to. I was like, but it's nice to have, your point of like you have the one belt, so now you have the different. Raw tag teams trying to get better and better. The SmackDown's trying to get better and better. Like, it just is going to build everybody up to want to be better.
Right.
And just, and you're right. They did. I didn't even think of that. The Attitude Era. It was, they had one, or just back in the day.
Yeah.
Which was a Wednesday. They had one set of belts, and that was fucking it.
Right.
And you could still feud on the different shows.
Right.
And that's what made it great. Oh, I don't even want to know what that was. I just heard a loud crash outside, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. But I mean, I feel like it's either going to be Awesome Truth or DIY. Awesome Truth because of obviously everything that went with R-Truth, and DIY because I think DIY just deserves it. But in my heart of hearts, for those that know me, I will always be rooting for my Cinnabon.
And I think something stupid may happen in this match. I think Damian Priest might be dumb, and when they lose, tries to cash in the Money in the Bank to try to get the tag belts back immediately.
You think that's what he's see now?
Because
I
he
had
could go
thought
for any
that,
title with the briefcase.
But see, the way that he had hinted at it on was it this Raw or the last Raw where he was
a couple of weeks ago where he said he would go after Gunther. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what he's gonna go for at this point. I just know that the dude needs to I'm done with it.
He's not going to successfully cash in whenever he does, because I think if they held off long enough on him to see if he would get over enough as a main event player, and he's never going to get there. He's going to be a mid card guy for the rest of his career. Yeah. He's not going to be a guy that can be heavyweight champion. Sorry, actually not sorry, because everyone knows I've got a history with that fucker.
Oh, I know. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, but that's the other thing is I'm kind of like there's some of these matches where I'm like, I don't know who's gonna win, and they're title matches. So I'm like, maybe that's where he's just gonna fuck us all and be like, I won. Right. I'm not even in the match, but I won.
Right. And that's one of the wonderful things about how they, people are saying, oh, this WrestleMania looks boring. Like if it's not predictable as fuck, then guess what? It's not going to be boring.
Yeah. Right. I'm actually kind of, I don't know. I'm looking forward to this one. Some wrestling, some pay-per-views, I'm like, whatever. Like, let's just get this over with. But this one I'm like excited for.
Yep.
All right. So DIY is what we're going with. I mean, I still think Judgment Thin, but
I'm saying it's either DIY or Awesome Truth. It's
yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm still putting my mark down for Judgment Day because but that's plus way. All right. So the next match on Saturday is Jade, Bianca, Naomi versus Damage Control.
So this is obviously to get Jade on the show without having to give her a singles match because she's still seasoning.
Yeah. And because I think it's gonna be Jade, Bianca, and Naomi. I think they're gonna win.
Yeah.
Just for the fact that they finally got Jade on there.
Right. I think the three of them are gonna win, and I think it's gonna happen by Jade or Naomi pinning Dakota. And then what will happen is that will lead into Jade and Naomi, not Jade and Naomi, Bianca and Naomi going after the Kabuki Warriors for the women's tag belts somewhere down the line.
Ooh, I like that.
And in the meantime, they
yes.
can still throw Jade in there here and there, but because they need to ease her in. They can't just push her to the moon right away because we all saw what happened the first time they did that.
Wah, wah. But
Yeah.
I definitely am like no.
Yeah.
The Jade and all them, that one. It's gonna be an interesting match, don't get me wrong. I'm interested to see it, but
yeah, we're gonna see Jade's gonna get tested because the moment she gets in there, if she gets tagged in and Asuka's there, she's gonna learn.
Yeah, she is.
Asuka's gonna be like, I don't fuck around.
It's Asuka time.
Right? I was gonna be like, I don't care.
No one is
somewhere else.
No one is ready for Asuka, not even you, bitch.
Eat this back fist. And you're gonna like it.
All right. So then we have Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso.
Brother versus brother. Only
brother versus brother
ever happened in WrestleMania history.
Oh my goodness.
They've laid the seeds for this, talking about how they want to have this match almost a year ago. So, and they got to it in a good fashion. Jimmy has really come into his own with his character work in the past like 5-6 months. I honestly think the one thing that helped him was getting those veneers done, because now he's just got that maniacal Joker smile.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, because like when Roman got his teeth done, everyone was like, "That shit looks fake as hell." But Jay got him done. Jimmy got him done, and it's like, "Oh yeah, okay, we'll make this work." But yeah, it's gonna be the biggest moment of Jay's life.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt.
75,000 people and Pat McAfee.
Sit the fuck down, Pat. Sit the fuck down.
I never thought I would pop harder for Pat McAfee dancing to Nakamura's music on the desk until he started dancing to Jey Uso's music. Like
he's always dancing to the music, always,
right.
And every time they show him getting up and dancing, I'm like, sit the fuck down.
I cannot wait until the Raw in Hartford. Like,
oh yeah.
Hopefully I skivvy my way so we get in that VIP box again. It's just
yo, that was the shit. That was the shit.
I'm gonna work on it.
Oh my god.
We'll figure it out. Even I gotta wheel in and under false pretenses. I don't care.
I have all his medicines in my bag.
Yep. We do what we do.
Yo. I just remember we both were like, oh, it's Cody. And then we're like, oh, it's Cody. No!
I remember it was Cody, and I was like, I'm going to take a piss.
With that music, just like, yeah, it's Cody. There it is. And then it's wow. Like, god damn it.
Like,
all right, but anyway,
words they know.
Right. Anyway, Jimmy and Jay. Jay. I mean,
absolutely, Jay.
There's no fucking doubt. None. And
Jay has the reason to get the revenge, of course, and that everyone's like, but everyone thinks that afterwards they're gonna hug and Jay is gonna rejoin the bloodline. I'm like, no, Jay is in his own stratosphere. Jay is in his own stratosphere where he can be a singles guy.
Absolutely.
They're not gonna
absolutely. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind. If you have an argument for that, please chime in so that we can tell you that you're wrong.
I think we might get the Michaels Jericho ending where afterwards, Jay picks him up and goes to give him a hug, and then Jimmy kicks him in the balls. I can see that happening.
I can definitely see that. But yeah, I mean, you just cannot argue any other. You can argue with us about any of our other stuff, but it's gonna be Jay.
Yep.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Yeet. All right. So the second to last match is Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch for the women's title.
Yeah. That's a hard one.
I'm not gonna lie. If I had a penis, I'd be hard.
Not gonna
because I
lie.
like that.
Yep.
Like I just like every time, like so every time Rhea's on screen, like she just gets fucking hotter and hotter.
Mhm.
I'm just like, oh,
Yep.
oh. And it's
Yeah.
Becky, man.
Yeah.
Which her book, I ordered her book. I opened it, read the little intro, and was like, all right, I'm gonna like this.
Yeah.
I just got it today, so I'm excited to read it. Also, the
Yeah.
picture that's going around of like her and Seth naked with the title belts on, I'm like,
Hit.
relationship goals. Relationship goals.
Yeah.
All right, what are your thoughts on this match? What do
So-
you think?
If you had asked me 2 months ago, I would say Becky without a doubt. Now I'm not so sure. I mean, Becky, like, granted, Becky's got the fire under her with the whole, like, my daughter stuff and yada, yada. Here's the issue. Rhea has outgrown Judgment Day and they can't keep her heel any longer. She is far too over with the fans to keep making her a heel. And this match is going to steal the show on night one. This is going to be the best match of the night.
Oh, absolutely.
Like Sammy and Gunther will be a close second, but this is going to be the match of the night. And I don't know if Becky's going to win, but I do know by the end of it, Rhea is turning babyface.
Yeah.
Like if Rhea does retain, it's going to be a big like respect spot at the end. And, an apology, maybe something like that. But Rhea's turning babyface. That's all I can say. Whether she keeps the belt or not, I don't know, but she's turning babyface.
This is one that I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat where if you had asked me, I've been like, Becky, it's going to be like, first of all, I knew it was going to be Becky fighting her.
Right.
They built that shit up before Elimination Chamber. Like there was no way it wasn't going to happen.
Right.
But I don't know, like Rhea has just, you're right. Like Rhea has just become this like monster in a good way.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking anything away from Becky Lynch. Like, God bless that woman. She has done so much. She's absolutely amazing.
Right.
And I like the whole, like, I have a daughter now and I'm going to fuck you up if you talk about her.
Yeah.
Because it's very mom of
Don't
her,
fuck with mama
of any
bear.
woman.
Right.
I don't know. I think this is another one like the Gunther and Sami Zayn match where I'm just hoping that, like, it's going to be a good enough match that I'm like, okay, whoever wins because they're going to deserve it.
Right. And it's going to be like, no matter who wins and loses, you're not going to be mad at the result. Kind of like Charlotte and Asuka. When Asuka was undefeated going in to face Charlotte and then like that, and Charlotte beat her, like killed Asuka's streak and it wasn't mad.
Yeah. I had that, like, I definitely feel like I had that moment of shock, but I don't think that there was any part of me that was mad.
Yeah.
And I feel like this it's going to be that same thing of shock of like, oh my God, that's what happened. But there's not going to be any part of me that is going to be mad about it.
Right.
It's going to be like, holy shit, these two women just like tore the fucking roof down.
Yeah.
And they deserve every bit of praise.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea's on the fucking cover of, the fucking video game right now.
Mm-hmm.
She good.
Mm-hmm.
Becky's book is out doing good. Like, both of these women deserve everything right now.
Rhea's my lifesaver in Champions.
Nice.
The mobile game. I pulled a Judgment Day Rhea like a couple of months ago, and she's my most powerful character.
Fuck yeah.
Because she's literally 6-star S tier. Like, fuck around, find out.
Fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I want for this one. Yeah. All right, and then last but not least, we got the final boss, The Rock, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and Seth freaking Rollins. I'm so mad. I was screaming at the kids today, and like I felt my voice went I'm so mad because I could have done that so much better.
That's why I always keep Ricolas on hand.
I know. I was like, maybe I'll be better by the time we record. No. Guys, I'm an announcer, I promise. But yeah. So
one thing I did learn this week that I think is amazing is Rock has really been taking training for this seriously. He had Chad Patton come out. He had a ring set up at his house, and he had Gallus out there training him. So
there you go.
And I'm telling you, Joe Coffey better get a fucking singles push on the main roster out of this, because that motherfucker is an untapped fucking talent that Sean doesn't know what to do with. And like I've been a huge proponent of Joe Coffey for years, and Gallus helping train Rock. Joe Coffey better get a fucking push.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised though that The Rock is taking it seriously. Like, it's Dwayne Johnson. It's
right.
The Rock. Anything that man decides to do, he's going to go full in 100%. He's not going to fuck around.
Right. Like, I love how people are like, he's going to break the second he gets in there because he has a better way. Like, dude, look at the man.
Look at the dude.
The man is more muscular than anyone else on the roster right now. Like,
the dude trains every fucking day.
Right.
Every fucking day.
Right. Like, I remember Trips used to talk about like how he wouldn't train with Vince because Vince trained too many times a day. And it's like, they get rid of Vince, they bring in Rock, who's just like, hi, I do the same shit. What?
And like,
correction, I do the same working out shit, not the same shit.
Yeah, there you go. That's better. Like, not only that, but like, if anybody commits to a character better, it's him.
Mm-hmm.
It's him.
Mm-hmm.
This is where he was fucking born.
Uh-huh.
WWE, WWF. If he comes back for any reason, he's coming in 100%.
Right. I've been pre-gaming for this all week by watching the reruns of old Rock, of Young Rock.
That's fantastic. So I have concerns about this match because again, I don't know what it is, but like, when you're working somewhere and somebody finds out that you're a wrestling fan, it's like an automatic click and it's all you want to talk about. I left art class today with my kids because somebody asked me my opinions on all these. And I was like, they were like, what do you think? And I was like, bitch, let me tell you, kids, hang on. Keep coloring.
Send them the link to the podcast later.
Yeah, I'm going to. I already told them. I was like, I'm going to be talking about it on a podcast. I'm going to send you the link when it's done. But like, what I said was, I am really, really concerned about this match in the fact that you have Roman, Cody, and Seth. You have 3 main eventers pulling double duty. And these are 3 guys that are not going to fuck around as main eventers. They're going to put their all into this match on Saturday. My concern is, what are they going to have left for Sunday? How is that going to either hinder or help their matches on Sunday? Because like, they're going to be exhausted. They've got double duty going on.
Yeah.
And it kind of brings me back, with Drew McIntyre being like, your brain is not in the right place for this. Like, you're having a match Saturday when you should be concentrating on our match Sunday. And I'm concerned about that because I want my main events 100%.
Yep.
I don't think that they're going to be 100% on Sunday because they're going to be giving their 100% on Saturday.
I'm not worried because with the like, as far as Seth and Cody go, like, they're used to working house shows the night after Raw. So working 2 nights back to back main event, granted it's a different main event because you're in a stadium.
Oh yeah.
But I think that they've got the conditioning enough to do that. I think Rock has the stamina to do it. My only concern is Roman, just because, his health. But
Rock got the stamina.
Yeah. But so I'm not really concerned on that front. I think they'll all be okay.
I am a little concerned. I'm not gonna lie. I'm concerned.
Like Seth's
and like I get your point of like, these guys, do house shows. Like, they've been doing this for years. They are pros. They deserve to be up at the top. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm just concerned it's going to be that one misstep
Yeah.
that happens in wrestling all the time, because you and I have seen it in enough times live where someone goes who has been in the industry for years, is trained to fucking wazoo, does a move and misses by like a millisecond, and they're fucked
Brian
for
Fury and Chris
months.
Masters.
Huh?
Ryan Fury and Chris Masters.
I was actually thinking, and there, AJ Cruz, and one night at PvP, I think he was against TK.
Yeah.
He did a move, and it was the slightest milla whatever off.
Yep.
And he had to be taken to the hospital like right after that because he fucked up his Achilles heel.
Do you remember the NEFW show? The main event was Brian Fury and Chris Masters. That was when Brian slipped and broke his ankle.
Oh shit, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And Masters didn't know how to call a finish on the fly, even though we were like, your finish is a full Nelson, idiot. And then we had to carry Brian out.
I feel like this is going to be a good match. Do not get me wrong. Like, I am excited to see it. I'm excited to see how it turns out. I'm just very concerned about how much fuel they're going to have left.
True.
Because these guys are going to go 110% Saturday. And it's
I think Saturday is going to be more spectacle. I think they're going to give the audience a show, but I think they're going to know how to show restraint, and there's going to be a lot of fuckery involved, so that way that doesn't wear them out that much.
Okay. I can see that happening.
So
that's a good point.
Let me ask you what your prediction is on this.
Oh boy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just for the Sunday's main event, I want Cody and Seth to win, because I finally want that one fair fucking fight with Roman and Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have watched Roman Reigns, like we all have the last few years, he hasn't actually like legit won without the bloodline coming in to help. And I want that one final fair fucking match. And it should be a WrestleMania. But The Rock. But fucking Maui, man. Is Maui. I don't know.
So you want to know the scenario that I think is going to happen?
Please tell me.
This is a scenario where you can't have anyone in this match get pinned. You can't have Roman get pinned because I'm sorry. You can't have Rock get pinned because he's the fucking final boss.
Because he's the Rock.
You can't have Cody get pinned because it makes him look bad going into night 2. You can't have Seth get pinned. I mean, granted, he would be the lowest common denominator of his knee tweaks or something, and he gets pinned, and he's distraught going into night 2. That would be the only one that would be okay. However, my prediction: Cody and Seth by DQ. They win.
Ooh.
No one gets pinned. Bloodline is banned on night 2. There's plenty of fuckery with Solo and Jimmy and all them. And the ref finally says, fuck this, DQ.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that.
Everyone thinks about, because if you look back to the main event of WrestleMania 1, Mr. T and Hogan versus Orndorff and Piper, that was a schmoz finish too. So they're calling, they're looking at, here's the 40th WrestleMania main event, tag team match, technically the champion and a celebrity versus two other people. Like, it's just it. So do a schmoz, do a DQ finish. That way, the fans at first will be like, oh, but then they'll be like, oh, Cody's gonna get the one-on-one. Oh my God, life is so good. They're gonna go home. They're gonna go out in the parking lot. They're gonna suck each other's dicks. They're gonna think it's the greatest thing in the world until Sunday.
Boo! I want to be there for that. And that's actually not a bad idea, because that's like, how do you?
Mind
You
of a
have two
booker.
guys, huh?
Mind of a booker.
Gee, I
That's how you
can't.
keep everyone looking strong.
It's funny too because there was a part of me that, the very back of my mind, because I was so concerned about like what if, because like who in this can you make look weak? Nobody.
Right.
So how are you going to get this match over and not make anyone look weak unless that's an excellent point, is a DQ where nobody gets pinned, nobody looks weak, nobody gets fucked for the second night.
Yep.
Interesting. I like that. But yeah, no, I have no official say on who I think will win, but I like that idea of DQ. Cody gets the one-on-one, and then
Yep.
The Rock
And
bitches about
especially
it.
they could do the DQ finish because Solo did a run in and the ref caught him something, and then still like they lose by DQ. Bloodline loses their shit. Rock takes out the weight belt, beats Cody the fuck down with it, and then still goes and hands that bloody weight belt over to Mama Rhodes. So we still get everything The Rock said happened, but it leaves it open-ended for night 2.
There you go. Speaking of night 2, all right. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 matches for night 2.
Which means they're all going to get a lot more time.
Yeah, because night 1 was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one of those is a fucking ladder match.
Before we get to night 2, because I know it's happening probably right now, but we're not watching it. Who's your prediction for the Andre Battle Royal tonight?
Oh, that's right. That is happening. I don't know. I don't even know who's going to be in it.
It's basically,
I know it's like
it's most of the mid card. Andrade's in it, Ricochet's in it, Gable's in it. Most of the tag teams that aren't in the thing. Ivar, Omos. I think, what do you call it? I think JD is in it, and
I don't know.
They added some actual like upper mid card. Nakamura's in it. Like they added some upper mid card guys in it to make it more relevant.
Yeah, I don't know. I never know with the battle royals.
My prediction's Ivar.
Yeah,
and like they need something to keep him relevant. Because at first I would say Omos just because biggest guy in there and whatever, but
I think he's won before, hasn't he?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, he hasn't.
And he literally hasn't had a match since last Mania. Because what are you gonna do with the dude? Like,
touche.
Right. So either Omos, it's either Omos or Ivar for me. Like I said, well, I'll know after we finish who actually won.
Yeah, we'll find out afterwards. I'd say actually. Let me see if my iPad is loading and see if they've said who. Fuck that.
I don't want to know. I want to watch. Oh no, I can't watch it because I can't DVR SmackDown. I have to watch it on the Fox
app. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm so bad with those. I'm not gonna lie. I'm terrible with that shit. I don't know. Where are you? WWE. WWE. Well, Fox.
Yes.
Let's see if they said who the winner was. Nope.
Yes. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's so handsome. He's so handsome. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Oh, he's my boy.
Yes. Okay. They did announce it.
Okay, who won?
Or they said who it was.
Who was it?
Well, I'm not going to tell you.
Tell me, because
I will say this. All right, I'll tell you. I will tell you this. I'll tell you this. The last two in the thing that I just saw was Bronson Reed and Ivar. They were the last two.
Okay. I fucking hate Bronson Reed so much. We have a nickname for him in my circles. We call him Fat Andrade.
Jesus Christ.
Look at when he was going around wearing the sunglasses and the chains. We're like, look, this motherfucker ate Andrade.
Oh my God.
Okay.
All right.
Night 2.
All right. So night 2, we have the Pride, which is Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, versus the Final Testament, Karrion Kross and the AOP.
You know my pick on this.
Oh, absolutely. Bobby not. I'm kidding. Don't hurt me. I'm kidding. It was a joke. AOP. You're going for AOP every time.
Paul fucking Ellering gets a WrestleMania moment. Finally. Like literally, because like when they brought him in to manage Legion of Doom back in '92, he got the SummerSlam entrance, but we finally get Paul Ellering at fucking WrestleMania. Like, dude is on my the dude is my fucking holy triad of reasons I became a manager. He's one of the three. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
Paul Ellering needs this moment. Karrion Kross needs this fucking moment. I believe Sean, like Tripp's talking about hard reboot come Monday. Now's the time to strike the iron on Karrion Kross. Everyone that has counted that man out and says he's never going to be as over as he was in NXT, there's going to be a rude fucking awakening.
Mm-hmm.
It's time.
I agree.
It's fucking time.
I don't know. I really wasn't interested in this match, so I didn't really have a pick. I'm not gonna lie. I know that's kind of a little bit of a dick move, but I was like, whatever. This was one of those matches that I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom for.
It's like they put the Pride together and tried to make them heels, but it didn't work because Bobby Lashley was still coming out high-fiving the fucking fans, and he was supposed to be a fucking heel.
Yeah. Also, the Bianca Belair and Montez Ford show.
Yeah.
Super adorable.
Yeah.
Again, relationship goals. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't have a pick on this one because I don't care. But
Okay.
I know that you like AOP, so for that reason, I'll
maybe I got to get some of their merch from in May.
There you go. All right, so the next match, and this is what I thought. I actually thought you were going to bring this up earlier, and you didn't. And I thought that was. We have LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
Did you see the footage from earlier today?
That's what I thought you were going to bring up. Was for those that didn't see it, LA Knight and AJ Styles got into a fight. During the.
I can actually bring this up.
Oh, yes, please do, because it was fucking hilarious.
It was boring as shit.
I was laughing because of, like, again, it was dumb, but, like, watching all the people filming, and two, I'm like, where the fuck is security? Like, you have two WWE dudes getting into a fight, and there's no security around? What the fuck? Yeah, what if that was a fan that just went up to AJ Styles and was like, fuck you, man?
Exactly. Here we go.
That was the part that made me laugh. Was like, where the fuck is security? Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, that's not the angle I watched it
at. Get ready to back up, yo.
I watched it from. It had to be one of those other dudes. Maybe the dude in like the green shirt there. If you go to comicbook.com, that's where I saw it. It's fucking fake. Actually, AJ was bleeding.
Yeah, but I mean, like, this is the reason that I don't watch MMA, because it's like this. It's fucking boring.
Yeah, the view I had had to be one of those dudes on the other side. And then, yeah, like, where the fuck is security?
That one guy.
Bro. Now, there was more to this fight, and it was hilarious. I don't know if you can look it up, but it was comicbook.com.
They put the other angle on the Pat McAfee show when he was.
Oh, they did? Oh, fantastic. Because I think it was Instagram, and it was like comicbook.com, and they fucking showed it. And I was like, well done, comicbook.com. Well done.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the I could give a fuck less about this match on the card. Because I could care less about LA Knight and fuck AJ Styles.
Oh, definitely fuck AJ Styles. And I think that's why I'm like, if I gotta choose one, I'd choose LA Knight, because fuck AJ Styles.
He's probably gonna win.
Yeah. Oh, the way that he's going right now, that would be a really dumb move.
I also think, though, Trips has realized that the LA Knight experiment is done and over. Because originally, it was supposed to be LA Knight against Logan Paul for the US title at Mania.
Oh.
And they put the kibosh on it because he cooled off. It's like, okay, yeah, the people like saying, yeah, it's a Pavlovian response. It's the same as singing Seth's or Cody's theme. Or saying what? It's the new what? That's all it is. So
What?
it's the LA Night train has left the station.
Well, the other thing too is this was another one that I saw like coming months ago, like with the whole Randy Orton and AJ and LA Knight going against each other. I was like, yeah, no.
I'm amazed they dragged it out as long as they could, because like the moment they had AJ screw over LA Knight in the Elimination Chamber, I'm like, there's no way they're going to drag this out until Mania. And
Oh no, as soon as that happened, I was like, I think I looked at Jimmy and I was like, there it is. These two are going to be at WrestleMania. There's a WrestleMania fight right there.
Yeah.
And I was right, because I kind of know what I'm talking about. Speaking of Logan Paul.
Yep.
It's Logan Paul versus KO versus Randy Orton for the United States Championship.
Yeah.
Fuck Logan Paul. Fuck Logan Paul. He's a horrible human being.
Why? Because the Suicide Forest?
Absolutely. The dude is banned from Japan because he filmed a dude committing suicide and then put it on his YouTube channel and was like, this is hilarious. Look at what I got. Fuck you. That's not funny.
There was more to it than that, but
well, still. Fucking
you can't deny their talent.
Fucking douche. No, I don't care. That's one that I'm like, that's another one that I'm like, fuck Logan Paul. I don't care if it's KO or Randy. Fuck Logan Paul.
Here's the thing. I'm not so sure he's gonna drop it. Because
I know,
because SummerSlam's going to be in Cleveland at Brown Stadium. So the question is he going to retain until then? But the thing is, you've got a part-timer with the U.S. title.
Yeah, and that's the other really fucking frustrating thing is I thought that we were over this part-timers having titles.
Right.
I don't know. I will say I thought the SmackDown with Randy and KO, that little bit that they did at the end, where what happened? And he sees the thing and he's like, okay, like he knew he saw Logan Paul come out and was like, oh, he's under the ring. Are you sure? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, bitch. Pulled him out by his fucking hair. I was like, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for the comedy, Randy. Appreciate you.
You see, and the other thing is a triple threat, so there's no DQ. So you know Logan Paul's going to have
brass knuckles are going to come out.
Right.
Yeah. No.
But it's I don't see Randy winning because he's so far into his career that to put the U.S. title on him is kind of like, right. But I could see Owens winning it just because he's got enough of a long-term story arc with Logan Paul for that.
No, I agree.
Granted, imagine if like this may be what they're leading to at the press conference on night 2 is feel good stories on both nights. And now remember last year, KO and Sammy won the tag belts. This year, KO and Sammy hold the US and Intercontinental belts.
Yeah.
That could be the angle they're going for.
That'd be cool. I don't know. I feel like I agree with you that like KO should probably get it because of the storyline that he's been going on with Logan Paul. Fuck Logan Paul. Y'all can hate me all you want. Fuck Logan Paul. Fuck Logan Paul. All right. We have Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight title. Oh, and CM Punk will be there for commentary. I'm still very up in the air about how I feel about Punk. I know that you...
My opinion has not changed on him in 3 years.
Exactly. I don't know.
And him tearing his tricep in the Rumble was karma for him faking 2 injuries when he was in AEW. So he could sit. Those were.
I didn't know that.
I went over it one time on here, but because remember when he said he broke his foot, and then he said he had He had like 3 plates and 8 pins put in his foot. Guess what? That's the same shit that happened to me. And I put up my x-rays and I showed what that looks like. And I said, and I had less plates and screws than he claimed he had. And he said, and he was back in 7 weeks hopping around in the ring. I wasn't allowed to put weight on my foot for 3 fucking months. And then it was intensive physical therapy, being allowed to walk on it only a certain amount per day. This dude comes back hopping around and has a match a week later. That foot was not injured.
Maybe it was injured, but not to that extent.
He twisted his ankle. He twisted his ankle and stayed home and fucking collected a check all summer because he won the title and then said, "Oh, I don't want to defend this." And then the torn triceps that he had on the other arm, he shows up in public like for 2 photos wearing an immobilizer, no scar tissue, no cast, no nothing. I had the same surgery and I still have scar tissue, except 8 years later. He has no scar tissue from that.
It's hidden in with the tattoos.
You can still tell, even with tattoos, you can see scar tissue.
I know.
But yeah.
So Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of bored with watching those 2 fight. This is like the 3rd time.
Yeah, but there's a new dynamic this time around.
That's very true. That is true.
So do you have a prediction or do you not care?
I would like Seth Rollins to win.
Okay.
I would like Seth to win. But he also, has Saturday night. So how is that going to affect Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it's not like I don't care. It's that like I don't know because of Saturday. What is going to happen Saturday?
So this is where the mind of the booker comes in, and I'm going to tell you this is where things are going to start going topsy-turvy in the world of WWE, is starting with this match.
Sorry, I like topsy-turvy.
Because this is going to be leading in towards the big spots of the night. And what's going to happen is Drew McIntyre is going to win the title after CM Punk tries to interfere and distract Drew, but he's going to end up fucking over Seth.
Oh.
And Drew McIntyre is going to win the title. And then, quite possibly, I don't know, but he's been so over with this heel shtick that they may find a way to flip Drew babyface after this just because of how over he is. But
can I just say that I fucking love Drew McIntyre on social media? Like,
I know Drew McIntyre, period.
Well, yes, I love Drew McIntyre. Yes. But like the content that he's been putting out since fucking CM Punk, he injured CM Punk at Royal Rumble is fucking gold.
I need the Tombstone shirt.
Gold. DM Hunk. Thank you. Yes. How I don't have that shirt yet? But like, and yes, the Tombstone, and like, it's arm day. I never miss arm day. Unlike some people. Like,
dude,
take that man's phone.
Did you
take that man's phone away from him?
Did you see the workout video he posted this morning? He had a workout partner who was spotting him.
Was this
It was on his Twitter. Let me see who gets to it first.
Huh?
I said, let's see who gets to it first.
Probably you. It's probably gonna be you.
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May.
That's not it.
Not
happening. I found it.
Yeah, figured you did. Shit.
Here we go. I'm gonna share the screen because this.
Oh no! Wait. This has to be it.
I've got it. I'm gonna share it on the screen.
Okay.
This is a holy shit moment. I mean, I don't know what, but yeah.
What?
Yeah. Hold on. Share screen. Yeah, Drew McIntyre put this up earlier.
Yeah, there it is.
Really straight to the gym, of course. The last chest workout before WrestleMania. This Sunday, they let me out the cage.
Go. Got it. Go away. There you go, Drew. Keep going. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Two more. One more. Barely help. Good. Woo. Okay, do that.
Yummy.
Somebody wants out of his AEW contract.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of funny because WWE is never going to touch him. He had a chance there years ago and screwed up, and he admits that he would never pass a wellness test. So I'm not quite like, I think Brian Cage is just like, I don't fucking care anymore. He's like, I want out of this contract. Yeah. But yeah, I think Drew gets.
Sorry, I'm having a thirst moment. Let me just have this moment real quick, viewers. You spiel for a second. Let me just have this thirst moment.
Let me split screen this over to OnlyFans.
Yeah, I work in education.
I told you there's ways around that shit.
Fuck, what were we talking about?
Drew McIntyre.
Oh, Seth and Drew.
Seth and Drew.
Yeah, I didn't even think of CM Punk, and I should have too, which I'm very upset about. Thinking of CM Punk having, I mean, like, obviously he's going to have something to do with that match.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
How it's gonna roll.
Right. And I think that's why they put him on commentary and didn't make him a special guest referee, because making him a referee would make shit too obvious, but having him on commentary makes it's going to be the same. Someone gets whipped into him while he's at the table, and then that's going to be the catalyst of him.
Yeah, right. All right. We have two more matches.
Yes, we do.
All right.
Yes, we do.
All right. We have Io Sky versus Bayley for the women, for that women's championship.
The WWE Women's Championship.
Thank you. I burped.
Uh-huh.
My gag reflex is a lot better than that, I promise. I think Bayley's going to win this one.
Yep.
I'm rooting for Bayley.
I think that's the definitive decision of everyone for the weekend.
Yeah. Oh, God. Absolutely.
Now,
and I don't even think there's...
My question
is
that? Bayley come out to her old entrance.
Oh, my God. I hope so.
Imagine with the studio stage and the arm flailers come up. Imagine the pop she gets.
Yo, that'd be so dope. I'd pop.
Mm-hmm.
I would pop for it. She doesn't even have to have her hair like that. Just like it comes out.
Right.
I'd pop for that.
I think there's going to be enough foreigners in the crowd where they're going to start doing the soccer chant for
her. Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt that it's going to be Bayley unless like Damage Control comes out, and even then, like.
I think if they try to, then we're going to get Jade and all them to come out to counteract it.
Oh, exactly. Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no doubt it's going to be Bayley.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then here it is, main event: Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, Universal Championship.
Mm-hmm.
You first.
I have a long speech, so you go ahead.
Oh shit! Well, that was one of the reasons why I was like, "You go first." I don't know. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I want Cody more so because I'm like, you're building him up to finish the story. What the fuck are you gonna do if he doesn't finish? Like, you've just built this all up, which granted they did that last year, and that's fine. I think that worked last year, but now, like, seeing how he has progressed and what he has done in the last year since then, like, are you really gonna fucking troll fuck the fans that badly? But also, like, you have made Roman a literal top dog in the company. He has faced everybody, and no one has beaten him. You have now literally made him this like unbeatable immortal giant. That there is no one other than perhaps Gunther, should he drop the title, to now come after him. But again, like, are you really gonna say fuck you to the fans and be like, ha, he lost the story again? Crybabies. Like, are you really gonna fuck Cody like twice? But again, it's Roman. It's Roman.
So people
Also, it's gonna depend on if it's gonna be a bloodline rules match. Which, granted, I don't think it will be. I don't.
Mhm.
I'm fucking tired of that. Like, everybody's so fucking tired of that shit.
Mhm.
I don't know.
So,
all right.
A lot of people, myself included, believe that Roman is going to keep holding the belt until he surpasses Hulk Hogan's record. Everyone's like, it's a number 3 record. What does it matter? Because it's the record of the modern era. And it's because he can surpass Hulk Hogan, and all of the baggage that comes with Hulk Hogan nowadays can be put aside.
Yeah.
And they can say, here are the top 3 people who have ever held the title: San Martino, Backlund, Roman. So I believe Roman retains. However, there's a caveat. Because number 1, we were supposed to get Roman versus Rock. We were supposed to get it until the stupid internet backlash and them succumbing to it. That's the one thing I can't forgive Trips for. He's like, their stock was fine. If the stock was starting to tank when people started bitching, I would consider. But no, they fucking rerouted to this nonsense. Granted, they found a way to do it correctly, but
which is surprising.
Right.
Super surprising.
We were supposed to get Roman versus Rock. Now we got to wait till next year for Roman versus Rock. And that belt deserves the title in it. That match deserves the title in it. You can't just do a one-on-one for the hell of it. I mean, that was supposed to be the selling point of this WrestleMania. I did an entire single episode on it where I talked about how, like, for the casual fan who's flipping through Peacock or whatever, sees the ads, they see Roman Reigns, who has become recognizable enough. They see The Rock, who's the biggest name in wrestling ever. And if you see them against each other, you need to see a giant gold belt in between them, because that's the only reason people are to UFC pay-per-views.
I feel like The Rock is not just the biggest name in wrestling right now. He's like the biggest name
in the world,
in everything right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So now we have to wait a year for that. So in the interim, like, it's been proven, if you look at quarter-hour breakdowns of ratings, and, like, granted, okay, his merch goes back and forth. It's in the top 10. But the problem is with Cody is all he has is this finish the story nonsense. And it's not even his story. It's his father's story. And it's something that he's been pushing since he was still in AEW. So it's like, it's the Codyverse all over again. It's Cody trying to book his own shit. And if you want to be a fucking company player, you have to do what the booker says, not what you want. And I'm sorry, but, like, because I've seen what has happened on the indies, like, I could give a fuck about Cody Rhodes. For him to be on my bad side for fucking over someone who I did not get along with in this business proves how much of an asshole he is.
Yeah.
So we're going to have this match. It's like, say devil's advocate, Cody does win.
Okay.
Then what? Who challenges him? He has to go to the other show because he can't be on Raw because Raw has its own belt. And here's the other thing. Cody is advertised for every Raw after Mania for the next 4 months. Not SmackDown.
Oh, that's an excellent point. Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Mm-hmm. They don't have, like, you're just gonna throw them on SmackDown, and then who's going to face them? You don't have any viable head heels on SmackDown right now because Roman has been the big bad on there. You've got baby faces, but what are you gonna do? Cody versus Randy Orton? Like, big deal. There's no they haven't built up a next chapter for Cody after this story, whatever that he feels. So Cody's not winning. However, I do believe we're going to get the one-on-one with no bloodline, because everyone's going to be like, oh my God, this is it. This is the moment. Yada, yada, yada. Oh no. Oh, there she is.
Oh.
There she is.
Oh God. I was like,
It's
we
okay.
made it 2 hours. Let's not
Yep.
botch this.
Yep. So what's going to happen is there's still going to be interference. We're going to get a surprise new bloodline member. I'm almost positive. I think
Fuck, that's
honestly, I think it
right.
might be Jacob Fatu.
Oh, that's right.
However, I don't believe that he's going to be the deciding factor. I believe Seth Rollins is.
Oh.
I believe Seth is going to fuck over Cody. Because you need to look at the biggest picture here. Before Survivor Series, before War Games, there was the whole thing of Seth saying, there you are. It was the whole thing of Seth saying, I don't trust you and you don't trust me, but we'll trust each other for this one night. And then we're back to normal. And then all of a sudden, after Survivor Series leading, and then all of a sudden, it was like, oh, we like each other. And no, you need to realize Seth is still in that component of, I fucking hate you. Now, Seth is going to have lost the belt earlier in the night. He's going to be bitter. But also, you need to think back to when all this shit went down where Cody was going to not face Roman. And Seth cut that long promo about which belt do you want to go for? You want to go for the Hollywood title or the workhorse title? Which belt would your dad would have gone for? And that's going to be the catalyst of Seth turning on him, because he's going to be like, you never took me fucking seriously. We could have had a match and I would have respected you. But no, you had to go after this and treat my belt as though it was a prop, and treat me as though I was a secondary champion, and treat me as a nothing. So I played along until the moment was right. And you know something? Now I don't have a belt. I don't have anything to lose. And he's going to turn on Cody. And so then for the next few months, Seth can either leave and do whatever the fuck he wants and be like, oh, I hurt my knee, I'm not showing up. And then they can really test how well Cody can hold in ratings without having Seth or Roman on the other side of the ring for him. They can work a Cody versus Rock program if they want, or they can keep Seth around. Now you've got Seth as a heel, so when CM Punk is cleared, you can do Seth and CM Punk, and there's a reason for the heat. And Drew can be off doing his own thing. Seth can be the reason Punk can't get to the belt, because Seth is in his way. So by the end of the night, Roman will retain. We will have a heel Seth Rollins. Drew McIntyre will be world champion. And then the games begin on Monday night.
Time to play the game.
Bingo.
Oh, damn. I like your ending better.
Uh-huh. That's cinema.
That is
Because
fucking...
Ever since the whole thing of them flipping the thing, I watch Twitter on a daily basis. And there has been way more backlash of, we don't want Cody in this winning this fucking title. There's been a lot more of that than there has been Cody finish the story, because everyone is seeing through it now. And if they're gonna have Cody win the title, they're gonna do it at another event. What people need to pay attention to, and I said this on another broadcast, when the Netflix deal hits in the fall, wait till they announce where the first Raw is on Netflix. If it's Madison Square Garden, that's where Cody wins the title. Because that's the whole thing. I want the belt that they took from my daddy in the garden. That's where Cody will win it. And that gives another X amount of months to build logical contenders against Cody and to give him the real sink or swim to see if he can do it, because it's, I'm sorry, but Cody sold merch when he came back because he came back and it was, oh, here's the new guy back in WWE, and then he got hurt. And then they brought him back and they had him win the Rumble at number 30, which is bullshit. And then they're like, oh my God, he's going to be the one to dethrone Roman. And no, fuck that shit. Rubber chicken. That's what I hope. I hope there's another rubber chicken.
That always bugged me that he was number 30 and then he won and everybody was like, oh my God. I'm like,
it was
lazy. Why are you surprised?
Right.
He was fucking number 30.
Right.
Statistically, that's the one you want to get.
Right.
Is 30.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and having him win having him win the Rumble 2 years in a row and have Roman defeat him 2 years in a row just makes Roman ultra god tier.
God.
Because, and that's the thing is, I know I haven't watched the A&E biography, but I do know one thing that happened in it. Roman said, if I lose the belt at Mania, I'm done.
Oh shit.
He said, without this belt, there is no company. If there is no company, and I have no reason to be here. And Roman has already been scheduled for events past Mania.
Yeah.
So guess what? Roman ain't leaving. Roman ain't dropping that belt. Roman's holding on to that belt until he beats Hogan's record.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this is all going to depend on what happens tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
For the fans, because we're filming this Friday.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm. But we shall see. It's going to be an interesting Mania. You can't say it's going to be boring.
Oh God, no. And especially now with like Tripp saying that Monday night we redoing everything, which always like the night, which again I think we had said like the Raw after WrestleMania is fucking bonkers.
Right.
Like there's no rules.
Right. And the one last year really fell flat.
It did. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It fell flat.
Like the only thing we got on the Raw after Mania last year was Brock turning on Cody. That was it. Yeah. But I mean, because now they've got to look at it this way. After Mania, they're doing Backlash in France. They announced Clash at the Castle in Scotland in June. Like there's another show happening in Germany. Not Money in the Bank, but there's another show or maybe it might be. But yeah, like they're going international for the next few months. So
yeah,
they need Roman.
Yeah.
No one cares about the American Nightmare in Europe.
I don't know, man. It's this weird part of me, and don't take this the wrong way, but like there's this weird part of me that's like, I hope he's right, but I also kind of hope he's wrong. Just because I want to see, I just want to see what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
I just like, I mean, you know, and with Trips being like, once WrestleMania is over, is gonna be banana sandwich.
Yeah.
Like that alone is like, they could do something totally different than what we have talked about tonight.
Right.
Which again, not that that's bad, because that'd be fucking great. I'd feel kind of dumb, but it'd be fucking great if they were like, "Oh, this is what you thought." Stone cold, just stone cold. Ah!
Yeah.
I don't have a beer. I'd chug it, but just and like, but that's what wrestling needs. I think is that whole like you think you know what's going to happen, but you don't.
Yeah.
It while sometimes it's fun to be predictable, there are times where it's like, no, we want you to be genuinely shocked.
Yep.
We want this, and I think you and I have had this conversation about like it's all about the storytelling. If the storytelling doesn't make sense, then what the fuck is the point of watching it?
Exactly.
You know, you have these great athletes, but if you're gonna go on a mic and be like, whatever, I don't like him, so I'm gonna fight him. Like I'm fucking bored, man. I'm bored of this already.
Yep.
And that's what I want this WrestleMania to be, is the storytelling.
Yeah.
And fuck Logan Paul.
All right. So with that, we've got about 20 minutes before the Hall of Fame starts. So
Oh shit!
yeah,
I'm
I
going
think
to
it's time
bed.
we you're not gonna watch the Hall of Fame.
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I'm watching it live. I have to.
No, sir, I'm in bed by 9.
I
I'm
took a
probably
nap.
asleep on the couch by like 8:30. So I'm already way up past my bedtime, and it's a
Okay.
Friday night. I need my strength.
Okay.
Again, I'm old. I
Shush.
work all week with screaming children. I'm tired.
All right. Well,
I chased my kids around today. As I said, I was screaming at my kids on the playground today because they'd insisted on being cats and hissing at me. And I was like, if I had a squirt bottle, I squirt the fuck out of you. But since I don't, I'm gonna bark at your asses and chase you around the playground, which is why my throat's all fucked up. Because I got a German Shepherd, so I really like delve deep into the barking of. Also, I was pissed at them because they're small children, and small children are not my. I mean, Anyway,
yeah,
there are some small children I like. Anyway, but yeah, no, I also got to get a sleep apnea test, so I'm just tired all the time.
You getting a sleep apnea test? I'm getting a colonoscopy. Yeah, we're old.
Woo! Just like old times, man.
All right. Well, I'll definitely be back next week for a results show. Not sure who's going to be joining me, but someone will. Also going to be promoting a local show that's coming up. I know I'm getting joined by someone who's new foray into promoting and going to try to help them out. So,
Aww.
Yeah. So with that,
do I know them?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'll tell you when we get off air.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah. So with that, hope y'all enjoy this. Watch this after the Hall of Fame ceremony, but before Stand and Deliver. Watch this in the morning or watch it after Stand and Deliver. See what we got right and wrong. Something to get you through Mania weekend.
See what JJ got right or wrong? Because I think I just sat here and was like, yeah. Yeah. Sure. Hey, I know Dijak. Hey.
Yeah. But yeah.
Christian Casanova, Carmelo Hayes. Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Please share. Still trying to build this base. Kind of floating along right now because my usual co-host is doing other stuff. So I'm just keeping this going as far as I can. Also stay tuned to other broadcasts coming to the Full Circle Radio Network in the upcoming weeks. With that, I'm going to say thanks, everyone, and enjoy your WrestleMania weekend.
Bye, guys. Enjoy. Yeah.
He drinks a vodka drink, he drinks a lager drink, he drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of the good times, he sings the songs that remind him of the better times.